Hi, it's me again, and it's another week of work and law school. But this Monday is actually particularly worrisome because we will be having our first Consti class later at 6 p.m. And for the past 2 weeks, we have been mostly doing self-study, self-reading, and all of that. But tonight, we might actually get tested via the recitation. So I'm not confident about it, but I'm using my lunch break to study a little bit and hopefully maybe prepare somewhat for what is about to come later at 7:30. But I only have 30 minutes left, so I'll make this really quick. I'm going to practice how to recite the cases. The first case is U.S. versus Carolene Products Co. under the topic Presumption of Constitutionality, Rational Basis Test versus Strict Scrutiny. In U.S. versus Carolene Products Co. was charged with violating the Field Milk Act of 1923 for the shipping of Milnut, which is a product that has a combination of condensed skimmed milk and coconut oil. And the Field Milk Act prohibits the shipping of such products since allegedly these products are injurious to the public health. And the semblance of such products to actual milk and cream constitutes a fraud upon the public since they're not readily distinguishable. Carolene Products Co. then, as a defense, questioned the constitutionality of the Field Milk Act, claiming that it lacks rational basis. And the lower court ruled in their favor, granted their petition, and declared the Field Milk Act unconstitutional. The government then appealed to the Supreme Court, arguing that the act is constitutional, and this is in line with the doctrine of the presumption of constitutionality, wherein it is the prerogative of the judiciary or courts to rule in favor of a law or an act's constitutionality if no convincing evidence to the contrary is provided. And in this case, Carolene Products Co. was not able to successfully argue nor provide evidence that the act is unconstitutional. Furthermore, the act is passed by Congress through several hearings and with scientific evidence on the injurious effect of adulterated food products to the public health. Therefore, the court ruled that the Field Milk Act is constitutional. However, this case is known for footnote number 4, which established the levels of judicial scrutiny. Wait a minute. Basically, in simpler terms, the lesson that I got from this case is that in the doctrine of the presumption of constitutionality, courts have the power to review laws being passed by Congress. However, they have the prerogative to rule in favor of the constitutionality of those laws. And to basically simplify what all of that means is we can take a look at, in the case of the Philippines, we have the 1987 Constitution, which is the fundamental law of the land. So I like to think of it as the mother of all laws. And if Congress passes a law, it must not contradict the 1987 Constitution. Basically, when Congress passes a law, it's like they're kids, they're like children of the Constitution. They must not go against their mother. So whatever the rules being set by the mother is, which is the Constitution, all of the laws being passed by Congress, the children, cannot go against that. And whenever there is a law that seems to go against the mother, the court has the power to question or to review that law and check whether or not it does contradict the 1987 Constitution. And in case it does, the court has the power to strike out that law and declare it unconstitutional. So that's what it means whenever we hear in the news that this law is being claimed as unconstitutional or constitutional. Basically, there's an argument of whether it goes against the 1987 Constitution. So that's just one case. There's a lot more to go, but my 30 minutes is up. I have to go back to work, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi, it's me again. It's 3 in the morning, but I haven't studied a single case for persons class tomorrow because I was busy with the order. So if you haven't already, please support Kodals and Coffee, and thank you to everyone who ordered. Anyway, just to update regarding my Consti class, ironically, that one case I practiced is the only case that we discussed, but apparently encapsulates a lot of the topics that were assigned to us, and there was a lot of focus on footnote number 4 because of how it established the levels of judicial scrutiny and how the term on its face or facial challenge came from that footnote number 4. Anyway, I have to do my skincare now. Take a shower, do my skincare, brush my teeth, and study for persons. I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi, it's me again. I have crim class in a few minutes, and for some reason, all of my cases get skipped. So hopefully, I finally get to recite after all that practice. So now I have 5 minutes left, and I'm going to try practicing. Case assigned to me is People versus Lolo and Saraw. The facts of the case are as follows. On 30 June 1920, two boats left Matuta for Peta, which are both Dutch territories. Boat A had one Dutch individual, while Boat B contained 11 men, women, and children on board. After several days, Boat B, at around 7 in the evening, arrived between the islands of Buang and Bukid in the Dutch East Indies. There, they were surrounded by 6 vintas or small boats manned by 24 armed Moros, and these Moros first asked for food. However, they then took all of the cargo on Boat B, attacked some of the men, and violated 2 of the women. The 2 women were repeatedly violated until the Moros reached Maruro, which is also in Dutch territory. There, the 2 women were able to escape, and eventually Lolo and Saraw went back to their home in Tawi-Tawi, Sulu, where they were arrested and charged with a crime of piracy. However, their counsel argued that piracy cannot be tried in any Philippine courts, nor is the crime considered a public offense in the Philippines. The issue in this case is whether the Philippine courts do indeed have jurisdiction over the case, and the answer is yes, because in law, pirates are considered hostis humani generis, or the enemy of mankind. And since piracy is a crime against all of mankind, then it may be punished by all of mankind, and that means any competent court in any state can have jurisdiction over the crime of piracy.